Okay, we'll move on now to staying with events in 2014, talking about the African Women Championship. Okay, before we go to the African Women Championship, and this is Emmanuel Emenike, of course, number 97 among the top 100 players in the world. You would say this is a positive one for this top striker who actually scored about 4 goals at the Nations Cup, and of course, you're expecting more from him. In Brazil. At the Nations Cup in South Africa, he scored 4 goals, and in the finals he didn't get to play because he had a hamstring injury that actually kept him out for a very long time. And this season he has scored about 6 goals in 14 Super League matches. That's talking about the Turkish league. He plays for Fenerbahce. It's a good one for Emenike, you say? Good
player, arguably one of the best player and a big revelation for Nigerian football. But I want him to score more goals for his club side.
And also for the country, which is important.
He's doing that for the country. We missed him big time at the Confederations Cup. For the final World Cup qualifying games, you could see that he was everywhere. He's actually becoming an African bully.
Yes.
You know, when he's playing against.
When you have a Didier Drogba and you have Emenike.
There you go. You can actually. But for the power play, injury will be his biggest problem. But this is a big achievement for him. He should just consolidate.
Okay. All right. Move on to the African Championship. Talking about the Women's African Championship, where Edwin Okon has actually invited about 30 players to camp. Of course, he submitted the list to Nigerian Football Federation on Saturday, and definitely these players are what he said he will use for the tournament. Initially they were 45, but right now he had to trim down to 30 so that by February 14th he will know that he's got the key players for this particular tournament. The tournament, of course, the African Women Championship, will be hosted in Namibia. It will be the first time Namibia is hosting. Of course, Namibia will now use that same opportunity to participate in the tournament. They've never been there before. And of course, this tournament also served as qualification for the 2015 FIFA Women's World Cup, with top players actually qualifying for the FIFA Women's World Cup coming up in Canada. That's in October 2014. For Edwin Okon, submitted the list to Nigerian Football Federation Technical Committee, and of course he expects the players to actually resume camp very, very soon for that encounter against Sierra Leone. And of course the first leg will be played at the National Stadium in Abuja, and of course a fortnight later the reverse fixture, which will be in Sierra Leone in Freetown.
That's a good one. That's what you just finished saying, that by now Coach Stephen Keshi should know the players he wants to use. That's a good one Coach Edwin Okon is doing. He's insisting that he's going to invite 30 so that he can work with them towards the 2014 African Women's Championship that will take place in Namibia. The top 3 finishers at the Namibia Championship will automatically qualify to represent Africa in Canada. That's the FIFA Women's World Cup that will take place in 2015 in Canada. So Nigeria in women's football, we are more than giants now. We are like gods, you know, in women's football. So
in recent times,
last 2-4 years. But when we are playing such tournaments, I just go to bed because I know the Super Falcons will dominate that. I don't win in Namibia, but they will qualify to go to Canada. The big stage is where we're saying they should impress. The Falcons, they are doing it. The Flamingos, it's time for the Super Falcons to actually.
I just hope and pray that they can have a consistent coach, a coach that you can have for a very long time, and then we'll have a bigger team. Let's just go for a short break and we'll come back. Edwin Okon will be talking to us live from Calabar.
Coleman with a ferocious hit. Out of nothing, this just appears. He's got no other thought, Seamus Coleman. That, just watch this from behind the goal, just pulls itself away from Tremel's arm.
Everton would like to think of themselves in the same bracket. Here's Lamar, Bonnie, again Rowan Lamar, Ben Davis, Tiendale, deflected it in. Swansea have equalised within 3 minutes. And it's nothing like as clean a goal as the one that put Everton in front. No, it isn't, but what you see here is Stephen Pienaar just doesn't sense the danger. You just hoof that away. You just attack that ball and you deal with it. It comes off McCarthy. Determined run. Two players had a nibble at him. Davis eventually brought him down. And that means, for the first time today, the appearance of Lee Mason's yellow card.
It's a cheap free kick. I can see why he doesn't want McCarthy to get any further forward. He just flies in off the wide and takes him out. In a position like this, just on the angle there from the 18-yard area, Tremmel is now having his goal threatened.
Mason insistent that this free kick will only be taken once he's blown his whistle. The batter is very impressed with his Acme Thunderer. He's intent on showing it to everyone, an early Christmas present perhaps. I think the point's been made. This point's been made very demonstratively. It's where the ball should be.
I'm happy to see that big unit of Sylvain Distin in the Swansea wall with no one covering behind him. That's a big hole when he pulls out of there.
Barkley, great effort. If that's the winning goal, it's a really fine way to seal a place in the top four.
That young man's stock is rising.
Definitely Everton, a brilliant one there. I think all the while, David Moyes has been trying to get Everton on top of Man U. But right now he's in Man U and Everton is actually top of Man U. That's just a joke anyway.
It just tells you that it's football and anything can happen.
Yes.
Everton fourth on the log now with 34 points. It shows that when you get to this level before Christmas, Manchester United are chilling. They're 8 on the table.
Okay, they're chilling, yeah.
A good one, 8 on the table. Is Manchester United? I don't be shocked by February.
Of course.
You can actually see them on the top 4.
I don't think that will happen this year.
But what Everton will be saying to themselves is, before Christmas, we're 4th on the table. We shouldn't let it go. You know, so yesterday we saw them fight against Swansea.
Yes.
You know, you can always see that they are fighting, they're playing the sort of football that, look at when they scored Arsenal at the Emirates, unlike Everton, you know. So Roberto Martinez is doing a good job, and
he just took the team and put them to the cleaners. I think he's doing very well there. Okay, that result for Sunday's result. You have Southampton and Tottenham Hotspur, where you have Emmanuel Adebayo scoring a brace there to ensure that Hotspur would be able to get his first victory after losing the Carling Cup midweek. That's Capital One Cup. And of course, Swansea and Everton in favour of Everton. Getting away win. The two sides playing away from home and winning their games. We will say this is really a crucial one for Tottenham and of course for Everton. If Tottenham had lost this game, then it would have really be a very, very sad one for them, especially after that Liverpool washing and also losing in the Capital One. So they really have this one, and what they should be shooting for now will be a top 4 finish.
For Tottenham?
It's possible.
I don't know, but it's good to see that the players are playing for Team Sherwood. You know, when the coach leaves a club, the players just say to themselves, whoever is coming, let's just prove that we're good players. Adebayo was
let's just listen to him, what he had to say after scoring those 2 goals.
Keep doing my thing, keep working hard in training every day, keep working on my finishing, and you know, I was waiting for my chance to come, and we have a new manager who have a big confidence in me. He told me to play the football that I like, to play as I know how to play the football that make me big, and that's what I'm doing right now, and I'm just very happy for the team because I think we have been in difficulty, we have been through a lot this season, and we just keep fighting, keep the team spirit ahead of us, and today we have the chance to win this game. We're very happy, and hopefully this will give us a big confidence for the future. The quality in the squad, he just told us to play our football, to enjoy ourselves, and we have to put a little bit more heart into it, and if you want to attack, you attack strong. If you want to defend strong, and I think we have done that quite well, and we got a 3 point as we needed it, and hopefully now the future will be brighter and better.
Well, I said he's got a coach who's got that confidence in him. His prayer would be written for Spurs, and of course you will say he's a very smart man. smartest man in football. This was the guy who wasn't playing while AVB was there, and he felt he can play and he can score goals, but he couldn't, feature in AVB's plans. But when it comes to Asperwood, there's an interim manager, and of course, he's actually scoring goals.
It works everywhere. For a coach to be successful, your players must be ready to play for you. Look at what happened to Chelsea under Scolari. The players were not willing to play with him. AVB came and he thought he could turn things around, but there's some players that he just can't go against. And for Adebayo, he's been given a chance. He has to just take it.
Which he has taken, and now this is what the top four look very much like. Liverpool, of course, is a temporary one, you will say, because Arsenal, Chelsea will be playing later tonight. Liverpool, of course, goal difference of 23, Man City goal difference of 31, and of course 17 matches played by both of them, and Liverpool 36 points. Kotze Suarez was scored about 19 goals in the league this season, and of course Man City second position. Arsenal were third, and last week we had Arsenal actually on top of that table. We're going to have a game in hand tonight, and they might just get back to the top of the table, and should they lose that, it will not be looking good for Arsenal. The big game tonight is between Arsenal and Chelsea. Now this is the biggest game for the whole of this weekend. But it's Monday Night Football. I would have loved this game to play on Sunday, but it's Monday Night Football, and of course Jose Mourinho, he is really not finding this likely, because earlier this morning he actually said he doesn't really have anything against Arsene Wenger. Same thing Arsene Wenger said, is all about the matches and not between both managers. And he has also said something that he really wants to stay at Chelsea for as long as 12 years. I don't know if he can manage that, but let's just listen to Jose Mourinho and of course Arsene Wenger talking ahead of the game tonight.
I don't think we're affected the morale. We have made good results until now because we have a good solidarity level and a good togetherness in the squad, and I don't see any sign of that dropping. I think even more the players are focused to respond well on Monday night. It can happen that in the season you have sometimes a little bit a weaker period. It's how you respond to this kind of problems that matters, and we have that's what we want to show on Monday night.
Still Arsenal, still Chelsea, still a London derby. Plus the fact that the first is playing against the third or the second, the way you prefer. So big match for sure. It's not me against Wenger. It's my Chelsea against his Arsenal, and that doesn't play Monday. There's no influence. That stat means for the game of Monday means nothing.
Okay, Austin, over to you. Got to start.
I like when Mourinho speaks to the press before a game or after a game. But quickly, let's just see. Mourinho has never lost to Arsene Wenger. December 12, 2004, they played a 2-2 draw, Arsenal and Chelsea. April 20th, 2005 was a goalless draw. Community Shield of August 7, 2005, Chelsea defeated Arsenal 2-1. Premier League game, August 21st, 2005, Chelsea defeated Arsenal by a single goal. Premier League game, December 18, 2005, at the Emirates, it was Chelsea 2, Arsenal 0. Premier League game, December 10, 2006, they played a 1-0 draw. League Cup final, February 25, 2007. Okay. Arsenal fans remember that one very well. Chelsea defeated Arsenal by 2-1. Premier League game, May 6, 2007. It was 1-1. And then recently in the League Cup, just October, Chelsea defeated Arsenal 2-0.
Okay,
let's
now,
Wenger,
can you definitely tonight you just have to respond. You're playing at the Emirates, and of course, hopefully they will be able to do that. We're sorry we couldn't get Edwin Okon across today. Definitely tomorrow morning we should be able to get him to talk to us more on the Super Falcons list. I think that's all for today's show. Austin, thank you so much for coming on the program.
Thank you so much, Cecilia.
We'll leave you with the visuals of the Capital One Cup between Arsenal and Chelsea.